Tragic events have rocked Montague and the surrounding areas over the last year. The Department of Justice Community Outreach Program and high school administrators set up a workshop with Professor Michael Ungar for students and community members. Professor Ungar spoke about his travels around the globe where a variety of methods were used to make safer, more inclusive communities.
I learned that we can focus on resilience. We can turn a conversation away from grief and also find other ways of understanding tragedies and looking to inspire ourselves towards something into the future.
50 people, parents, community leaders, and professionals attended the evening session.
And often we hear these stories of, the amazing person who overcomes great odds and becomes the guest on Oprah or something like that. And we go, oh, that's so inspiring. I could never be that. And I want to give you a clue that, I think when we kind of backtrack and make it more tangible, and there's actually some basic principles. You don't have to get on Oprah to have a great life. And there's all kinds of wonderful things that we do in small pieces that actually make it more likely that we can be inoculated against the next big stressor that comes along. Resilience for communities seems to be about pulling together and finding ways to help people make their way, to navigate their way to the things that they need, as well as negotiating with people locally so that what you're giving them makes sense to them locally. You don't actually always influence your kids that much. There was one difference in that study, and only one significant difference. Not with younger children, but with adolescents. Parents who spent more engaged, more accessible time to their child, meaning you were in the house a little bit. Not for the little kids, but for the adolescents. The one impact that they found was it prevented delinquency, early sexual initiation, and drug abuse. That sort of constellation of high-risk externalizing behaviors, yes, you being around your adolescent is actually important. So it's this kind of delicate balance of giving kids what they need, and I think, not necessarily endlessly swarming them. What I can tell you is, no matter what community I go to, I see this pattern of people navigating to what they need, negotiating for what they get so it's meaningful to them. That I can assert. I see that pattern. But to say what they navigate for or what they negotiate for, that's going to be a little more your job.
Earlier in the day, Mr. Ungar engaged over 400 students from the area.
Michael was here this afternoon and spent a little over an hour speaking with students, and there were at least 2-3 times as many people in the room, and it was silent. When he was speaking, the young people were really engaged.
Those in attendance shared stories of resiliency that is already happening here. Another event, a panel on mental health, is planned for April 23rd.